Hi guys, and good crafternoon. I am Glenn with Mr. Crafty Man. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing heat transfer t-shirts with the Uninet icolor 560. And I really like making the t-shirts with the icolor 560 because they look so nice. I mean, these shirts turn out better than some of the professional shirts that you would buy in a store or something. I pre-made a shirt here, which I will show you. And you can see the colors of the design, and this one here I even did some designs on the sleeves also. And also the other sleeve. And I mean, it turns out so nice, so nice. So what we're going to do today is from start to finish, we are going to design and make our own t-shirt. And we're going to be going step by step, making this very easy, because I know a lot of you watching this video are people who are just learning and wanting more information. So I want to show you how easy it is to actually make something that's this nice. And it feels so nice and so professional. It turned out really good. And what we're going to be using, ProRip, which is the software that comes with the icolor 560 and also the other icolor printers. And we're going to be using the Swing Design heat press. And then there's a couple websites that I'll show you also that are really neat for going to and designing some t-shirts. But yeah, the main one that we're going to be using is the ProRip. So let's go ahead and get started on this. I will see you guys at the computer. We are now in the Uninet icolor ProRip software. This software comes with practically every printer that Uninet sells. And if you look up in the upper left-hand corner, you can see the version of this software that you're running. And the big white area down here, this is your job queue, so anything you haven't printed yet, this is the area where it's going to be. And the gray area over here on the right is your work area. This is where we're going to put our design to size it and adjust the quality and everything. So this is a website here, and it's called Place It. And I like this website because you can pick designs that are pre-made, and you can go in and you can change different aspects of the design. So what we're going to do here is we are going to make a shirt that says Garage Fight Club, Ogden, Utah. So we can select the text at the top of the design, and we can go ahead and type in what we'd like, Garage Fight Club, and then select the color. And we can select the text at the bottom, and we can do the same, type in Ogden, Utah, and then the year. We'll type in 2018, and we select the color on all of these. Every bit of this design can be edited, even the background. And we've got a little bit of lag going here, so we're going to change the color of the accents on the fist in the middle even. We can change the color of the glove. If we don't like the fist there, we can even go in and we can change the image that's in the middle of it to maybe the tiger or the dragon or something like that. And also you notice over on the right hand side you can even upload an image if you would like, and you can go ahead and choose an image from your computer, like a photograph or something, and you can upload that. And that's kind of a really neat thing to do also. And I've done that on some personalized shirts for friends before. And I don't do this as a business. This is a hobby for me. It's a expensive hobby because I keep buying different pieces of equipment. And I don't know, perhaps someday I'll start selling some of the shirts and everything I make just so I can recuperate a little bit of the money that I've spent on everything. So you can see over here on the left hand side the screen recorder is still editing all of the text and everything. It is going rather slowly, but you get the idea here. And the t-shirt that we're going to be printing on is a gray t-shirt. So if we wanted to, we could print this out the way it is with the red background, but we'll end up clearing it up so there's no background. So now that the background is removed, once this is printed out and we stick it on the t-shirt, the gray background of the t-shirt is actually going to be the filling instead of the red that we had before. So let's go back to our software, our ProRip software, and what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to import our design into the software here. So we're going to go up in the upper left hand corner and you see a little green plus sign. So we'll go ahead and we'll click on that green plus sign, and once we click on it, it's going to open up our files in the computer. And we can see it sitting there on the upper left of the box, so we'll click it and we'll click open. Okay, now this part here takes a minute for everything to load up, and I'll do a little bit of explaining while it's loading. So in our job queue that I showed you in the white area, you can see it sitting inside there, but there's a little timer up there, which means it's still loading. And over here in this red area, what this is the size of what our design is right now. And the little white area, if you look at that, that's 8.5 inches by 11 inches. So that's a normal sheet of paper. So what we need to do is we are going to need to bring our design size down to a size where it could fit in 8.5 by 11. Now that our design is loaded, what we're going to do is we're going to go up into our print queue and we will right click on the job, scroll down to print, and we will select print. Okay, so now that we've went ahead and sent our design to the printer, we have got this Uninet two-part system here for heat transfers. The plastic side here, you'll notice one side is shiny, the other side is dull. So when we stick it into the printer, we want this dull side to be down. And this other piece here is the adhesive. You'll notice one side of it has yellow lines on it, the other side doesn't. So when you put them together, you're going to want to have the yellow side down because the adhesive is on the plain side here. So what we're waiting for here is since we've sent it to the printer, if I was to stick this sheet in all the way already, it would cause us a jam. I don't know why it does this. It just seems to be something funky with the system. So what I do is I slightly push my my piece of material in there, and then I'm going to wait for the printer to kick on. And as soon as I hear the printer kick on, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shove my my material in so that it can print. But like I said, if I put it in ahead of time, then it's going to cause some issues, and it'll say that it jammed up even though it really did not jam up. But I'll just have to pull it out and then push it back in. So yeah, right now it should be kicking on any minute. It says the printer is processing. Unfortunately, it's not as quickly, it doesn't go as quickly as printing something on a normal printer, so it just kicked on. So we're shoving it in. I felt it pull a little, so it's going to go ahead and print out. And one thing you're going to notice is nothing is extremely fast with this printer. I mean, it's not gruelingly slow, but I mean, it does take just a little bit. It says it's printing now, and here it goes getting sucked in. Okay, so now it has printed out our design, and you notice one side's dull, the other side's shiny. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the sheet of adhesive. Yellow side is going to be down, and we're going to put the dull side of our design onto the side without the yellow. And what I have learned is to kind of fold a corner over to make it easier to pull. With this heat press, your marrying process, it is a hot pull. So if you wait for it to cool, you've just destroyed your material. So now let's go over to our heat press. And what we are going to do is open up the press, and I'm going to lay this in here, and I'm going to put this piece of silicone paper over it, and we're going to press this for 2 minutes, 120 seconds. So we will start our timer. Okay, so we are coming up on the end of our 2 minutes, and I wanted to mention that we have this set at 310 degrees. And there is our timer. So remember, this is a hot, quick pull. So get this off, grab this as quickly as possible, and pull. So now we have our design with the adhesive on the back of it. And when we look at this piece of adhesive paper that we had used, I don't know if you can see this, only where the toner is, you can see that the adhesive is missing. So that's really neat. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our t-shirt over that we are going to put our design on, and we're going to preheat it a little. And the reason that we're doing this is we want to make sure there's no wrinkles in it, and also that any moisture is out of it. Okay, and I normally press it for probably about 30 seconds. Okay, so now that our 30 seconds is up, we are going to take the t-shirt and we are going to go back over to the table. So we're going to go ahead and lay our t-shirt out on the table here. And one of the things that's kind of difficult to do sometimes is get it centered correctly. What I want to do beforehand is I'm going to go ahead and cut off some of the extra at the bottom here. Doesn't really matter, you don't have to, but I'm doing it. Okay. So you can see how nice this looks on here. There's a bit of a glare. I don't know if I can actually get rid of the glare or not. But the way that we center it is there are these little jigs here. And you can see it. This is the adult size. You can also get them in youth size and toddler size, but it has the center, and down at the bottom it has kind of a ruler. And this here fits very nicely right up at the neck. So we center it on the neck. And what I like to do, just to make sure that I do have it centered, is I take a tape measure. And I'll measure from the top of the jig to the top of the shirt on both sides. So here we have 1.5 inches on this side, and we have 1.5 inches on this side. So that means it's level. Then what we're going to do is we are going to take our design and we're going to center it on the ruler here. Okay, and then I take a piece of heat tape and I'm going to stick it on each side. Just to hold the design in shape, or in place. And what some people do, which I don't recommend, is they'll fold the shirt in half and press it so they have a big crease down the center of it. I guess that works, but what happens is the time or two that I've tried it, you end up having like a crease going down the center of your design. So now that we have got our design fixed onto our shirt here, let's go back over to the press. So what we're going to have to do now is carefully lay out our shirt. I like to try and center it, make sure we don't have any wrinkles or anything in it. Then I'll take my silicone paper again and I will lay it on top. And what we're going to do now is we're going to press it for 60 to 70 seconds at 310 degrees. So let's go ahead and press it, start our timer. Okay, we're coming up on 70 seconds now, and we've been talking about hot poles. This here is one step that we do not hot pole in. This one here, what we're actually going to do is we're going to let this shirt cool completely before we do the pole. So let's move back over to the table. And what we want to do here, while it's still hot, our 60 seconds is just about up, and this here is not going to be a cold pull. We're going to pull this one here as soon as we get it up. Let's go ahead and pull. And let's take a look at the design now. See how it does not have that luster to it anymore? That's how we want it. Let's take this back over to the table. So this t-shirt project was a pretty quick project. I know it seemed like it took a little bit, but that was because I felt that it was really important to explain the design process and the entire process from start to finish with it. But we have a really nice professional looking shirt here now. This here, in case you were wondering, there is no Garage Fight Club in Ogden, Utah. It's kind of a joke that my friends and I have had between us since 2018. Basically, we hang out in the garage and talk and eat burgers, and we call it the Fight Club. So anyway, that was our project for this week. Next week, we have a really, really special project. What we're going to be doing next week is we're going to be making sublimation clocks. So we're going to have these glass plates that we're going to be doing sublimation on. I don't know if we're going to do photographs or if we're going to make a design or what, but we're going to sublimate the picture design onto these glass plates and build clocks. So we're going to have a really good time doing it. And the clock that we make next week, I am going to go ahead and give that to one of our subscribers. So right now your chances of winning are pretty good because I believe we only have a few subscribers. So go ahead and like and subscribe and comment if you have any questions. In the description I'm going to have some different links for the materials and equipment that we use this week. Also, if you want to go to my website at www.mrcraftyman.com, I upload the videos every week to the website along with links there also. So I really, really appreciate you guys being here, especially since we don't have that many subscribers and viewers yet. It makes you all the more important to me. Thank you very much and have a great crafternoon. I'll see you next week. Bye.